Thank you for joining us again. May this story strengthen your faith and remind you that God is always at work. We're glad to have you here. Daniel, you're always closing early. Don't you want to make more money?
I may not have much, Sarah. But I walk with a clean heart. That's worth more than gold to me.
You really think that matters in this world?
Not to everyone. But to God, it matters more than anything.
Sarah nods thoughtfully as Daniel locks his shop and starts walking home. Daniel is walking home from his shop when Michael, an older, seasoned friend, catches up to him.
Daniel. Wait up. Can we talk for a moment? Of course, Michael. What's on your mind? I've been watching. You're different from most people. Honest, hardworking, kind. But I need to warn you. The world doesn't always appreciate men like you. What do you mean? Powerful people don't like honest men, Daniel. They fear them. People who are used to deception and shortcuts. They can't stand someone walking in truth and integrity. I've seen it happen. Men with clean hearts being pushed aside, betrayed, or worse. Are you saying I should hide who I am? Pretend to be like them? No, not at all. God gave you this heart for a reason. But be careful. Let your faith guide you, yes, but don't underestimate the schemes of those who value power over truth. Sometimes, the righteous path comes with trials that can shake even the strongest faith. I understand, Michael. I won't change who I am. But I'll pray for wisdom and protection. If God is with me, no one can stand against what He's placed in my heart. Good. Remember this, Daniel. Keep your faith close, your heart clean, and your eyes open. Things are about to get complicated, and the world isn't always kind to men who choose honesty over convenience. Daniel. I've been watching your work. You have a reputation for honesty and diligence. That's why I want you on this deal. Just sign this contract, and everyone benefits. You'll gain respect, money, influence. A chance to rise faster than you ever imagined. I've looked it over, Mr. Thompson. Something doesn't feel right. This deal. It isn't honest. It takes advantage of people who trust us. Come now, Daniel. Everyone bends the rules a little. Don't you want success? Don't you want to see your shop grow, your family comfortable? This is a small compromise for a lifetime of benefits. No. I may not have much, but I have integrity. I can't betray that. Even if it costs me everything, I won't do wrong for the sake of gain. God gave me a clean heart. I must keep it. You're brave. And stubborn. Most people would never turn down an opportunity like this. But fine, Daniel. Be honest. It's your choice. Just remember, the world doesn't reward men for always doing the right thing. I don't work for the world, Mr. Thompson. I answer to God. If He is with me, nothing else matters. I'd rather fail honestly than succeed dishonestly. Ah. Daniel. You made the courageous choice yesterday. I must say, I admire stubbornness. In small doses. But let me give you a little advice. People who refuse help often regret it. Regret isn't the concern of an honest man, Mr. Thompson. I walk in truth, and that is enough for me. Enough for you, maybe. But in the real world, honesty can be expensive. Opportunities are fleeting, Daniel. And the world has a funny way of rewarding the willing and punishing the stubborn. I understand that, sir. But I serve a higher authority than the world. God sees every decision I make, and His approval matters far more than wealth, power, or recognition. I won't compromise my integrity for fear or gain. You're brave. Perhaps too brave. I've watched men like you, honest, righteous, fall apart when the pressure comes. Don't be surprised if the path ahead becomes difficult. Life has a way of testing convictions. Some fail. Some crumble silently. If the path is difficult, so be it. My faith will carry me. I don't fear trials, and I won't be silenced by threats. God is my guide, and as long as I follow Him, no scheme, no man, can truly harm me. Very well. Daniel. Walk your honest path. But remember this. Even the strongest hearts can be tested, and some lessons come at a high cost. They say Daniel tried to cheat Mr. Thompson. Is it true? Everyone's talking about it. Maybe the honest man isn't so honest after all. No! This is not true. I have done nothing wrong. I am being falsely accused. Oh really? Then why did you refuse the deal that could have made everyone richer? Are you sure it wasn't greed or fear? Refusing a dishonest deal is not greed. It is integrity. I chose to do what is right, even when it is difficult. I will not lie, cheat, or betray anyone for gain. But the evidence. People saw you argue with Mr. Thompson. Disagreement does not equal wrongdoing. I refused to participate in a dishonest plan. That is all. I am being accused because honesty makes some people uncomfortable. So, you expect us to believe you just walked away? Yes. I walk with a clean heart. I answer to God, not to gossip or fear. If the world judges me wrongly, it is their burden, not mine. I will continue to do what is right, no matter the cost. Daniel. I've heard everything they're saying. Then you know why people won't even look me in the eyes anymore. Lies travel faster than truth. I also know you. And I know this much, you would never do this. I've watched you choose integrity when it cost you comfort. I've seen you walk away from shortcuts others would fight for. Then why does it feel like I'm standing alone, Michael? One accusation. And suddenly my name means nothing. I did the right thing, yet everything is falling apart. Sometimes doing the right thing isolates you. Truth has a way of revealing hearts, both yours and theirs. This season is painful, yes. But it's also a test. A test of what? A test of faith. Of endurance. Of whether you'll let bitterness replace the peace God planted in you. I warned you before, honest men make powerful enemies. But they also gain something rare. God's trust. I don't want revenge. I don't want to fight lies with anger. I just want God to see me. And defend me. He already does. And He will. Remember this, Daniel. When God is silent, He's often working behind the scenes. Stay upright. Don't surrender your heart to despair. Thank you for believing in me. When it feels like the whole world has turned away, you're not alone. As long as you stand in truth, I stand with you.
Daniel. I wasn't sure you'd want visitors, but I felt led to come.
You're welcome, Sarah. Silence has been my only companion lately.
I heard the rumors. I saw how people turned their backs. But listen to me, God sees what people hide. He sees the truth you're carrying and the lies others are protecting.
I keep asking myself, if God sees, why does He allow this? I did what was right. Yet everything I built feels like it's slipping through my hands.
Faith isn't proven when life is easy. It speaks loudest when everything is quiet and broken. Sometimes God allows injustice so His justice can be revealed in a greater way.
It's hard to keep believing when doors keep closing.
But notice this, your heart is still open. They tried to take your name, your business, your peace. But they couldn't take your faith. That's because it was never theirs to touch.
I don't want bitterness to grow inside me. I don't want anger to change who I am.
Then don't let it. Give it to God. He specializes in defending the innocent. What people bury, God uncovers. What people destroy, God rebuilds.
Maybe this silence isn't abandonment.
It's preparation. And when God speaks, no lie will be loud enough to drown him out.
Gentlemen, the evidence is clear. Documents were altered, agreements were refused without justification, and business operations were disrupted. These actions point directly to one man. You are certain of this accusation, Mr. Thompson? Absolutely. I've conducted business for years with integrity and transparency. I would gain nothing from falsehood. The facts speak for themselves. These records do raise serious concerns. With respect, those records do not tell the full story. Daniel, this is not personal. This is business. Emotions cannot override documented proof. Neither can power override truth. Those documents were never in my possession. I refused to sign them because they were dishonest. That is my only offense. Refusal alone suggests intent. Why would an innocent man reject an opportunity that benefits everyone? Because not every benefit is righteous. Some profits come at the expense of truth. I chose conscience over convenience.
Mr. Thompson, do you deny that the deal contained misleading clauses?
In complex agreements, interpretation varies. What some call misleading, others call strategy. Strategy that harms the innocent is not wisdom. It is deception. We will review these claims carefully. Power does not determine truth, evidence does. Of course. I welcome full review. Truth favors those prepared to defend it. And truth also favors the honest, even when their voices are small. Daniel, until further investigation, you are to be taken into custody. I understand. Though this decision is not just.
Please cooperate. This is procedure.
I have spoken the truth. I ask for nothing but fairness. Sometimes truth is inconvenient, Daniel. This will all be resolved. In time. It will. Because lies may win a moment. But they never win eternity.
The officers begin to lead Daniel away. Is this really happening?
Lord. You know my heart. You see what men hide. You judge righteously. I place my life in your hands.
Michael and Sarah watch helplessly from afar. Michael clenches his fists. Sarah bows her head and prays.
God, don't let injustice have the final word.
When truth is chained, heaven takes note.
God. The noise is gone now. No crowds. No lies being shouted. Just silence. I don't understand this place. Or this season. I did what I believed was right, and still I ended up here. But you see what no one else sees. You know my heart, my intentions, my fears. God, I trust you even here. In the dark, in the waiting, in the pain. If this is the valley, then walk with me through it. Guard my heart from bitterness. Keep my faith alive when answers feel far away. Let my life still bring you honor, even behind these walls. I place my name, my future, and my freedom in your hands. You are still God. And I am still yours. I keep replaying everything in my mind, Sarah. All the lies. All the power Thompson has. What if truth never comes out? What if Daniel stays locked away while the guilty walk free?
I've asked myself that too. Fear whispers loudly when waiting grows long.
He did everything right. And still, this happened. Sometimes it feels like honesty only brings suffering.
Truth doesn't belong to systems or courts or powerful men. Truth belongs to God. And God never loses what belongs to him.
But what if God chooses silence?
Silence isn't absence. It's often preparation. Daniel is being shaped in ways we can't see, and so are those who lied against him.
I want justice now. I want answers.
So do I, but justice delayed is not justice denied when God is involved. He exposes lies at the right moment, not the convenient one.
I'm afraid. Afraid that waiting will break him.
It won't. Because he isn't waiting alone. God is with him in that cell, just as he is with us here.
Then we wait. And we pray.
And we trust that when truth speaks, it will speak loudly enough for the whole world to hear. The Lord loves righteousness and justice. The earth is full of his unfailing love.
I wish my heart could feel what my ears are hearing. My mind keeps racing ahead to the worst outcomes.
That's why we return to the Word. Not because fear disappears instantly, but because truth steadies us when emotions don't.
Daniel is sitting behind bars, Sarah. Reading scripture won't open those doors.
No. But it will keep our faith alive until God does. Quiet faith isn't weak faith. It's faith that has learned to wait.
He trusts God completely. I don't want to be the one who doubts when he's the one suffering.
Doubt doesn't disqualify you, Michael. It invites you to lean deeper. God isn't threatened by our questions.
Do you really believe justice will come?
Yes. Because God loves righteousness and justice. He doesn't ignore tears shed in secret or prayers whispered in the dark. This word has outlived empires and exposed kings. It will outlast lies too.
Then we keep believing. Even when nothing changes yet.
Especially then.
To your success, Mr. Thompson. That case was handled efficiently. Efficiency is the reward of influence. When you understand how the world works, outcomes become predictable. Some say the accusations were harsh. Harsh? No. Necessary. Idealism has no place in real power. I've built my life on one truth: power always wins. Those who cling to conscience without leverage eventually learn that lesson the hard way. And the man who refused the deal? A lesson to others. Integrity without influence is noise. The system protects those who know how to control it. What if something surfaces later? Nothing will. Pride isn't blindness, it's certainty. And certainty comes from knowing the game is already won.
They drink and celebrate their victory. At Mr. Thompson's luxurious bedroom, the lights are dim. The clock ticks loudly. 2:47 am. Mr. Thompson lies awake, staring at the ceiling. He turns restlessly.
Why can't I sleep? The case is over. I won. Everything went exactly as planned. So why does it feel like something's wrong? I've silenced every obstacle. Secured every advantage. That man is finished. Then why do I keep hearing his voice? I answer to God. Nonsense. Faith doesn't decide outcomes. Influence does. This is just stress. Power carries weight, that's all. But if I've truly won, why does peace feel so far away? No one knows what I did. No one can prove anything. Then why does it feel like I'm being watched?
You look like you've seen a ghost. What is it?
The document. It wasn't supposed to exist.
Where did you get it?
An old clerk from Thompson's firm. He said his conscience wouldn't let him sleep anymore. He kept copies. Just in case.
The clauses. They proved the deal was altered after Daniel refused to sign.
Yes. Dates, signatures, internal notes, everything. It shows the agreement was manipulated to frame him.
So Daniel told the truth all along.
This changes everything. The accusation, the evidence, the entire case, it collapses under this.
But will anyone listen now?
They will have to. Truth may be delayed, but it's never erased. This document carries weight they can't ignore. We take this to the authorities today. Daniel doesn't spend another night in that cell if I can help it.
God moved when we couldn't see it. Quietly. But decisively.
Justice doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it walks in holding a single piece of paper.
God never rushes. But he is never late.
It's hard to believe after everything Daniel has gone through. Silence. Pain. Injustice. Sometimes it feels like nothing is happening.
Sometimes the work is happening where we cannot see it. Behind the scenes, in quiet moments, God is arranging things perfectly.
So all this. The hidden document, the clerk coming forward. It's his timing?
Yes. Not too soon, not too late. Just right. That's how he works. He moves quietly, but he always moves for his children.
Then it's time. Time to bring this truth forward and set things right.
And when he does, we'll see that even the strongest lies cannot stand against him.
This wasn't supposed to happen. No, it wasn't. But here it is, proof that Daniel refused an altered, dishonest deal. Every alteration, every manipulation. Documented. You cannot deny it.
You tried to silence truth, Mr. Thompson, but truth has a way of coming out, whether we like it or not.
This changes nothing. I hold the influence here. Documents can be questioned, witnesses can be dismissed. Not this time. The clerk who kept the original copies has come forward. Every piece of evidence has been verified. Daniel's innocence is clear.
Your pride made you think you could control everything. But God sees what's hidden, and he never lets lies stand forever.
This isn't over. I built this empire on strategy, on knowing how to win. I won't be humiliated like this. You underestimated honesty, and you underestimated God. Daniel's integrity and God's justice cannot be silenced. Today, the truth wins. God fought for me. He never left me. Even when it felt like the world did. You stood firm when everyone doubted you, Daniel. Your faith. It never wavered.
And now the truth is clear for everyone to see. Your heart remained clean. And God honored it.
It wasn't me. It was him. He used the hidden document, the clerk, and even your prayers to bring justice. I just stayed faithful. Faithful indeed. And look, you're walking out of there stronger than you ever went in. Every accusation, every trial, every lonely night. It all led to this moment. God's timing is perfect.
And he used even our waiting to shape your story into something powerful. People will remember that honesty matters. And so does faith.
God is faithful. Even in the silence, even in the dark. He fights for those who remain steadfast.
When the world turns against the righteous, God's hand is never absent. Justice may be delayed, but it never fails.
I chose power over truth. And in doing so, I lost more than I ever gained. Pride. Ambition. I thought they were strength. But they blinded me to what truly matters: honesty, faith, and the consequences of my choices. God's justice cannot be bribed or silenced. He is patient, yet his hand is certain. And now, I understand.
Power may tempt the proud, but truth and faith endure. Those who honor God, even in silence and suffering, will be vindicated. And those who chase only themselves will one day face the measure of their choices.
Mr. Thompson, I know what you've done, and I know the pride that drove your actions. Daniel, I never imagined you would. Please, let me finish. You tried to destroy me with lies. You trusted power over truth. And yet, I forgive you. You forgive me? Yes. Because holding anger only traps the heart. God taught me that forgiveness sets both the guilty and the faithful free. I release you. And I release myself. Go, and choose differently this time. Let this be your turning.
True victory is not in power or revenge, but in mercy and forgiveness. When we walk in integrity and faith, even the hardest hearts can be softened by grace.
Only God teaches that kind of strength.
It's not just strength, Michael. It's faith lived out. And mercy given when anger would have been easier.
I've seen people win battles with power and money. But I've never seen victory like this. Forgiveness like his. It's unreal. It changes everything.
Because it comes from God, not man. Daniel didn't forgive because Thompson deserved it. He forgave because God taught him to release bitterness. That's what makes it lasting.
And look at Thompson. Humbled, silent, transformed in a single moment of grace. I can't imagine what it took for Daniel to hold back anger for so long.
Every trial he faced. Every false accusation, every lonely night in that cell. It all prepared him for this moment. Strength like this is forged in silence and faith, not in triumph or applause.
I see it now. Justice wasn't just about clearing his name. It was about shaping his heart. That's the kind of victory the world can't give.
Exactly. And it teaches us all. Patience, faith, and the courage to forgive, these are the marks of someone who walks with God. When God works quietly in hearts, the results are undeniable. Strength is not measured by power, but by faith, patience, and mercy.
What was meant for harm, God used for good. Every trial, every false accusation, every lonely night. It all had a purpose. It's incredible, Daniel. You lost so much, yet here you are. Stronger, wiser, and at peace.
And your faith never wavered. God's hand was guiding you even when it seemed impossible.
He turned obstacles into lessons, enemies into teachers, and moments of despair into opportunities for grace. I can finally see it clearly. Do you feel lighter now? After all that? Yes. I feel restored. Not just in name or reputation, but in heart. I understand now that God's plan is perfect, even when we cannot see it.
And he used you as an example for everyone watching, showing that integrity, faith, and forgiveness triumph over lies and injustice.
God redeems all things. Even the hurt, the lies, and the betrayal. What was meant to harm me became the very path that restored me and glorified him.
When God is in control, no trial is wasted. What seems like destruction can become the stage for his glory, turning every setback into restoration. Injustice may speak, but God delivers the final word. He sees what we cannot, and he works when the world seems silent.
Watching Daniel's journey, it's clear. Faith isn't just believing when things are easy. Faith is trusting when everything seems lost. And God's hand was always there. Every false accusation, every lonely night, every moment of waiting. He was orchestrating all of it. The final outcome proves his faithfulness.
Truth and justice may be delayed, but they are never denied. Daniel's story reminds us that God vindicates those who remain faithful and upright.
Even in silence, even in doubt, even in suffering. His plan is perfect. Yes. My heart is at peace. My faith is confirmed. And my life is a testimony. God's ways are higher than ours, and his justice cannot be thwarted.
When faith endures trials, when integrity remains steadfast, God's truth and justice shine brightly. In the end, his word prevails, and his children are vindicated.
I thought power could shape the world. I thought influence could silence truth. But I was wrong. God's ways are higher than mine. Justice cannot be bought or forced. It can only be obeyed and honored. Let this be the lesson I never forget. Power without truth is hollow. Pride without humility leads to ruin. Integrity and faith. These are stronger than anything I have ever known.
Sometimes the hardest lessons are learned not by falling, but by watching God's justice prevail. Pride may rise, but humility and truth endure.
Daniel, I'm sorry for not believing you before. I see now how wrong I was. Thank you. I forgive you. Let's move forward together. I spread rumors I shouldn't have. I let fear guide me instead of faith. I'm truly sorry. It's okay. God has restored all of us. What matters is we choose truth and kindness from here on. I want to make amends and help rebuild what was lost. Exactly. Together, we can restore more than a business. We can restore trust, faith, and community. What was meant to divide us, God has used to unite us. Let's honor that. Let's live in truth, mercy, and grace.
When hearts turn to truth and forgiveness guides our actions, communities are healed. God restores what was broken, and his light shines brightest in the moments of reconciliation. God is a defender of the innocent. When lies rise and injustice seems to prevail, his hand is never absent.
Watching all of this, it's clear. Daniel's life could have been destroyed, but God's justice prevailed.
Exactly. We may not always see him move in the moment, but every act of truth, every prayer, every faithful heart, God notices it all.
I learned that God fights for those who cannot fight for themselves. He vindicates the innocent, strengthens the weary, and restores what was taken. And even those who sought to harm you, God showed them the weight of their choices.
Justice isn't always immediate, but it is inevitable when God is involved. He sees what humans cannot, and he balances every heart with perfect fairness.
So when the world seems silent, when lies are loudest, we remember this: God is working, quietly, faithfully, and his justice will always triumph.
Trust in the Lord. His justice is sure, his timing perfect, and his protection unwavering. He is the defender of the innocent, now and forever.
I never stopped believing in you, Daniel. Not for a second. And God never stopped working. Even when everything seemed lost, he was moving behind the scenes. You endured so much. But you stayed faithful, patient, and honest. That's the kind of strength that inspires everyone around you. It wasn't me, Michael. It was him. Every trial, every tear, every moment of waiting. God used it all to shape me, protect me, and vindicate the truth. And look at where we are now. Restored, stronger, and surrounded by people who see the light of God in you. Exactly. God's faithfulness never fails. And friendship. True friendship is strengthened in the waiting and tested by trials. Then here's to faith, forgiveness, and friendship. And to never giving up, no matter how impossible things seem. Exactly. Let's move forward together, stronger than ever, trusting Him every step of the way.
Faithful friends and steadfast hearts, united by trust in God, create a legacy of hope, integrity, and restoration. Where God leads, hearts follow. When justice fails on earth, heaven still reigns.
There were moments when everything felt lost, when lies were louder than truth. But God never left the throne. He watched, He listened, and He acted at the right time.
That's the hope we hold on to. Human systems may fail, but God's justice never does.
And when we choose faith over fear, forgiveness over revenge, we allow God to complete His work. This story isn't just about me. It's about trusting God when the world turns its back on you.
When justice fails on earth, heaven still reigns. Trust God. Walk in truth. He will defend the innocent. The Lord loves righteousness and justice. Psalm 33 verse 5. Thank you for watching this story. Your time, your attention, and your heart mean a lot to us. This message was created to remind us that truth may be tested, faith may be stretched, but God's justice never fails. If this story encouraged you, strengthened your faith, or reminded you to trust God in difficult moments, please like, share, and leave a comment. Your support helps us continue sharing stories that inspire faith, hope, and righteousness. God bless you.